The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So that's got things underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, I can really see this guy, Omar Marmoush, being an absolute nightmare for the defence here. He's a great all-round attacker who has good pace in behind, and that makes him very effective against teams that like to play compact low blocks. He's a great passer and dribbler and a very good poacher.
Yeah, he'll be looking for it. Goes for a shot! He's scored! And the trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. It's a good foot in there. Cruyff shifted it to the flank. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Adams. Pedri.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Marquinhos cuts out the pass. Now it's Dani Olmo. Spread out to the left. That's an excellent interception. Can he finish? And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Ruben Dias gets over and intercepts. Look at the space here. Hangs in. Chance! And another try! He's missed, but not by that far. And we have our very first corner. Messi plays it short. Played in. And the keeper beats it away. Dani Olmo. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, good chance for a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Messi goes short. Backward it goes. And it's Ruben Neves. No way through. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, that pass isn't the best.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of...
Shoots! And it's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Big header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence. How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Delivered across. He gets big. It's hit the uprights. Messi could move up a gear here. Foot in.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Cruyff with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Marmoush. Adams makes the interception. Serginho. Oh, good-looking ball. And this is Messi. Messi! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, this looks sharp. The most accurate pass. Van Nistelrooy just eases him off the ball. He's a sharp little ball here. Dani Olmo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And again they run up against stubborn defending. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And that is as far as they're going to go. And they're back on the ball again.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, what has happened here? Big chance! In for the pieces!
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Same again, same outcome.
North Carolina really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
This possibly the last play of the half. Oh, what a climb! It's in! Deep into first half stoppage time, a crucial goal. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
And he's managed to get free. Adams. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
Please be reminded that drinking is
Well, the
prohibited
pickings
in the area
certainly
shown
have
this
been
map.
rich in
Thank
this
you very
first
much,
half.
Steel
Yeah, they're
Corporation.
ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
And Messi! Off the post! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Inzaghi, looking to play him in. Tries a shot! He scored! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So the lead now is 2.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Cross needs to be good. Oh no, it's an own goal!
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count 1.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
He rises! Relentless! Just relentless! Comfort! Yet more comfort! Easing away! Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with face-to-face with... And the shot! Goal! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
It's become a case of men against boys.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Inzaghi. Oh, he's bustling through here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Shot, surely! Really well taken goal. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
They're still trying to make a game of this. And here's Inzaghi. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Dani Olmo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Has a look and place it forward. Serginho, Van Nistelrooy, Kupchu. Marquinhos is very much of the non-shall-pass school of defending. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Substitution on the field, number 19.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Coming on to replace him is number 15, Neymar. Substitution in progress.
And this is Inzaghi. Inzaghi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Neymar. Now can he... Oh, shooting chance! It's in!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Kukçu.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He can run onto that. He's being urged to shoot. Neymar's header! He has done it! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And this is Neymar. Oh, he's burst through. Neymar! Oh, taken with style. And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And that is a little undercooked. Batistuta. Law knocks it into space. And Dybala! Oh, that's lovely from Dybala! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
They're still trying to make a game of this. Kukçu chooses to go back. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's a key interception.
Added minutes
Tries to pass it through. He's away! There's the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Batistuta! And it's Ruben Neves. Neymar. Marmoush. Floated through. And he shoots! That's a little off target. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone.
Please turn your attention.